And we're dedicating the Shiur Leilu Nishmat Devorah Fegi Bat Shmuel and Ora Devorah and Refuah Shelema for Ora Devorah Bat Rivka. Also Refuah Shelema for David Menachem Ben Devorah Hila and Frida Bat Tzivia Tzvita. Bezrat Hashem, Bekol Cholei Am Yisrael, Bezrat Hashem Refuah Shelema. And this month, Chodesh Adar, Manbim B'Simcha, we should have only Simchot, Bezrat Hashem with Refuah Shelema. Rabotai, if we're talking about Simcha, the importance to have Simcha, happiness in this month of Adar. By the way, I was thinking yesterday, it's interesting why the name Adar, it's called Adar. Why Adar? So I was thinking, I was remembering you. Adar, Aleph, represents the name of Hashem, right? Echad, Echad ve'Yachid. Borei Olam is one, right? Aleph. Dar is to live. Borei Olam is living with us. Especially, he's getting closer to us throughout this month. And the reason is because of the simcha, because of the happiness. Chachamim are saying that always when there is happiness, there is Shekhinah together with the person. That's why, lo aleinu, by the kilalot, by the curses that we have in Parashat Kitavo, over there the pasuk writes that all those terrible curses that Chaz Shalom Am Yisrael can get is only because of one thing. Say the pasuk, Tachat asher lo ahavta et Hashem Elokecha besimcha ubtov levav, because you didn't worship HaKadosh Baruch Hu with happiness. Meaning a person can be fulfilling all the mitzvot, but when it comes to shul, he's tired all the time, and he's not happy, he's not showing a nice smile. He's just, Chaz v'shalom, the mitzvah, we're losing the power of the mitzvah. Last night, I was in a Brit Yitzhak. You know what's Brit Yitzhak? Yeah, whatever we do before the Brit Milah. Before the Brit Milah of the morning, there is a custom to read the Zohar, right? So we read the Zohar the night before. It's called Brit Yitzhak. So we were doing the Brit Yitzhak. And the rabbi stood up and he said some words of Torah. And he asked a very interesting question. He says, Rabotai, why we give a beracha in the Brit Milah, כשם שנכנס לברית, כך ייכנס לתורה למצוות החובה ומעשים טובים. The same way that this baby entered to the Brit Milah, he should enter for Torah, for mitzvot, for מעשים טובים, and for the chuppah, right? Rabotai, why only in the Brit Milah we give this beracha? Why we don't give this beracha also in the Bar Mitzvah, also in different occasions? Why only in the Brit Milah? And he explains something very nice. He says, parents, especially young parents, but it doesn't matter which type of parents, they will see their son falling and getting some scratch, and he will bleed. How the parents will react? They will jump on the kid, they will take him, they will try to heal him, to protect him from... And look, it's very weird. The Brit Milah, they take their baby, he's going to have blood going out, the kid is going to be yelling and crying, and the parents with everybody, Mazal Tov, beautiful, and everybody's so happy and hugging themselves. What's going on over here? We said, even in moments that are a little bit, hard, and there are some tears coming out also. But you're happy. Kashem shenichnas berit. The same way that this happiness came up in your Brit Milah. At the moment that there was a little bit of, suffering and hard moments. But there was simcha. כך ייכנס התורה למצוות לחופה ומעשים טובים. You should have this happiness also in the Torah learning, in the mitzvot that you're doing, in your chuppah, and in all the things that you will do. Unbelievable. Nice chidush. It says, so that's why we have at the moment of the Brit Milah, it's written that at the moment that the baby cries, it's a special moment of prayers. Crying is a special moment of prayers. The answer is yes. Because at that same moment of crying, there is a simcha of all the tzibur, of all the people. This these two powers that are combining together have a power to raise up all the tefillot. Oh, so he said also that that's why, interesting, he explained, I don't know where he saw this chidush, he said that there was in the Mishkan there was a parochet. The parochet was a curtain in between the Kodesh and the Kodesh HaKodashim, right? So he asked, 1 second, you need something to divide in between Kodesh, holy, and the holiest of oil. I mean, usually you divide ben Kodesh lehol, not ben Kodesh leKodesh HaKodashim. So he explained that Kodesh is when a person fulfills a mitzvah, it's Shem Shamayim. Does a mitzvah for Borei Olam. That's Kodesh. But Kodesh HaKodashim is when he's doing it with Simcha L'Shem Shamayim. He says, oh, here you gotta explain the difference. It's not the same. A mitzvah that you do without Simcha and a mitzvah that you do with a Simcha, those are two different worlds. You need to separate it to understand that there is Kodesh HaKodashim much higher because of the Simcha. A few weeks ago, there was a video that went around all the Jewish communities, I believe, about a kid in Israel, 9 years old. And this kid, he have a very delicate, healthy situation because this kid is 9 years old, but he's this big. What do you hear? He's this big.
9 years old.
9 years old and he's this big. And this kid, the disease that he had is a very delicate disease. We should never know. And most 90-something% of those kids are not able to live, even in the first years. This kid, Baruch Hashem, you see him, and the kid is happy like crazy. You see him all the time smiling. So there was a video because the parents, or I don't know, the uncle, told him, listen, you got to give your message to the world. He's a Hasidic boy with peyot and you know. So he said, which message? The message is that he's happy. He says, okay. So he video him. And this kid became famous in all Israel. He brought him in the news. They published his story. And he said the following words. Amazing. He said, you know, people in life, they have all type of difficulties. Throughout life, there are some that have more difficulties, some less, but all of us are passing throughout a certain type of difficulty. He says the difficulty is a challenge. He's a challenge on a person if he's going to choose to live with the difficulty, happy or sad. But the happiness or the sadness is not a difficulty, it's a choice that you will have to choose. The kid's 9 years old. Say the kid, I decided to choose to see my difficulty with happiness. And that's why I don't feel the pain almost. Because I'm happy. Why I am happy? Because I know that all what Borei Olam is giving me is for my best. Rabotai, by me telling it, I think that I ruin it. You just have to see the video and looking how the child is talking. I was amazed, about to cry. Why? Because this kid, 9 years old, with this terrible disease, he got to the understanding that he's the one that chooses the happiness and no one can tell him what to do. If that's going to make him happy or not, he's choosing it. What about us? How much good do we have? Do we choose to be happy? Or we choose to focus in one point and to be, that's my worst day of my life and I hate myself and whatever it is. Rabotai, choosing happiness is in our hands. Not depending on the beautiful house, and not in the beautiful cars, and not in the beautiful vacations. Depends on you. You choose to be happy. I'm going to tell you a story. It's a famous story that happened years ago. There was a Hasidic guy that, the Hasidim are very into happiness. It's good. This guy was a Hasid, not happy. Doesn't go together. But this guy wasn't so happy. And everybody was telling him, stop to be depressed and all the time complaining and yalla. And the guy understood his problem, but he wasn't able to be happy. It's hard. One day he decided, that's it. I'm going to go to a certain rabbi, Nadmor, and I'm going to tell him my problem. He heard that the rabbi came near his city. He decided to travel to the city where the rabbi was staying for Shabbat. He said, I'm going to stay Shabbat with the Rabbi. And after Shabbat, I will come to him and I will ask him for a beracha to be happy. The guy prepared himself. You know, no cars back then. There was wagons. The guy prepared himself and he was already going out from his house. He took the wagon and he started to travel. It was a Friday or maybe Thursday night, I don't know exactly. He was traveling. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened to the horses, and I don't know what happened to the wagon. I don't know exactly what was the issue. Bekitzur, he finds himself 1 hour before Shabbat, impossible to get to the city of this of his Rabbi. What is he going to do? I'm sorry. So the guy had no choice. He had to take a motel to stay there all Shabbat. Yeah, barely food, barely, you know, not even a minyan, no Sefer Torah, no nothing. The guy had no choice, and he stayed the whole Shabbat. Motzei Shabbat, he arranged himself, and he was able to get to his rabbi. He gets to his rabbi and he told him, Rabbi, I'm always sad and always complaining. And listen, Rabbi, what happened to me this Shabbat? Such a mazal I have. You know, everything is now working with me. I wanted to be with you Shabbat, and look what happened. Rabbi, look at the guy here and tell him, listen, you know, Shabbat, love to host people. Love to host. You know, when there is Shabbat Rosh Chodesh, Shabbat even gives him a whole aliyah special. There is Shabbat Yom Tov, he's giving him the whole parasha. Shabbat love to host. But there is one thing that Shabbat cannot stand it. He cannot host this type of concept. What is it? Sadness. When there is sadness, Shabbat cannot host him. You were asking why Shabbat, why you didn't come to, why you weren't able to get to me. It's not me, it's you. It's your sadness that the Shabbat didn't want it to accept it. The guy heard the words, and obviously by getting some power from the rabbi, he decided to start to change his way of looking at things. Rabotai, happiness is only depending on one thing. How much we're focused in the good that we have. All of us, we have good. There is no one person that can say, oh, my life is terrible. No, because even the worst cases, if you look inside, there is happiness. David HaMelech said in Tehillim, Sas anochi al imnatecha kemotzei shana rav. I'm so happy, Borei Olam. I'm so proud. I'm jumping from happiness. Why? Al imratecha, because of your Torah. Kemotzei shana rav. It's like I just found a huge treasure. Say, Chachamim, you know when David HaMelech said this pasuk? David HaMelech was catched and he was thrown into a type of jail, and he was without clothing, without all worldly food, without nothing. And he was by himself. Yeah. No tefillin, no nothing. And then said the Midrash, David HaMelech looked at himself and he found his Brit Milah. Say, I have one mitzvah that is together with me. I'm so happy. Borei Olam, I have a married to have one mitzvah all the time with me. David HaMelech is teaching us happiness is depending on us. Depending on how much you want to be focused in the good that you have. Because the day that you will be happy, the day that you will be focused in the good, you will find that all the bad that is in your life, it will be so small, in comparison to all the good that Borei Olam is giving us. Therefore, I mean, we're saying very interesting that if Chaz v'Shalom, there is a terrible situation of whatever it is, parnasah, health, whatever it is, one of the segulot is to come to Borei Olam and tell him, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, if you gave me salvation, I will say Nishmat Kol Chai with 10 people. What's my Nishmat Kol Chai? Nishmat Kol Chai, you're saying thank you to Borei Olam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm going to start recognizing all the good. And by that idea of recognizing the good, Borei Olam is already giving the salvation. So let's try, especially this month, the month of Adar, the month of happiness, to increase our happiness, to look positive about all the things that we have, and also to ask from Borei Olam to show us only good things and not to have any type of bad things in our lives. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen.